Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please give a round of applause for the kids. Divyam Prabhu, Sil Prabhu, very nice picture, as always. So, we'll do 5 minutes of chanting, not 10 minutes. And I want to finish a little bit early today if possible. So, we'll do 5 minutes of chanting. Okay? I hope everybody has their chanting beats. Please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shri Advaita Gadadhar.
Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Please chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. You can stop over here. The whole round can take another 5-7 minutes. So thank you so much for chanting. If the kids, teenagers wants to come over here and sit in the front, there's a lot of space. So everybody can request. आगे आ जाओ, बहुत जगह है यहाँ पे. If you want to come forward, please come forward. So while people settle down, I'll offer a small prayer and then we'll begin. Om Ajnanatirumrandasya Jnananjalashalakhaya Chashurumantena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhustam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadanti Swavadantikam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirveshesha Shunyavadi Pashtata Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome all of you for another session. Instead of Friday, today is Thursday. So I would like to appreciate everybody taking time out and making some alternate arrangements on Thursday evening, because typically we meet on Friday, but tomorrow it's a public holiday and we have the first Bhakti Vriksha family picnic. So we thought we'll make some arrangements and alterations today. Okay, as usual, until last 3 weeks we had 85-90 people every week. So today it's a manageable crowd, I would say. So typically with this type of audience, last year also we did the same thing. I would request Prabhujis to do a quick recap now, and Matajis can do a quick recap towards the end. Okay? So we used to do this last year. Everybody has to share 1 point from last class, and that's the reason we request people to get notebook. So मस्तक में नहीं तो पुस्तक में जरूरी है. We say this. मस्तक में नहीं तो पुस्तक में तो कम से कम रखना चाहिए. So let's see today. It's a memory test. कि last Friday क्या हुआ था, right? So I'll request Prabhujis to go first. They are better risk takers as compared to Matajis. Matajis can go towards left, so you have some time to prepare and make some notes. My humble request, devotees. Now we are getting a little bit more serious into Bhagavad Gita. So please bring your copy of Bhagavad Gita. Read the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. It takes 7 to 10 minutes to read in the whole week. एक हफ्ते में कितने घंटे होते हैं? How many hours are there in 1 week?
1 week?
Different answers. एक week में कितने घंटे होते हैं?
168.
168. In 168, 8 to 10 minutes is nothing. So please read those purpose before you come. तो आप लोगों को ना अच्छा लगेगा कि होने क्या वाला है. So you can flow, you can understand the flow much better. Okay. All right, shall we start from here, from Aryan? 1 point, what did we discuss last week? We'll do a recap and then we'll go to spiritual realization and then Pradeep Prabhu. Everybody has to share 1 point. And if you can't, just say the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Yes.
So we discussed a lot, but my takeaway was the benefits of chanting. And
Okay.
we said there were 5 key things, and that was purification of the heart, satisfaction, liberation, absorption, meaning increasing your attention span, and the last one was devotion.
Devotion. Thank you. So we spoke about the benefits of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and we spoke about the 5 important benefits. Right? Thank you. Bhakti Prabhu, 1 point.
We talked about state of mind of Arjun.
Yes.
He was delusioned by the relationship rather than what his duty is towards as his dharma.
Sure. Very good point. So we were speaking about Arjun's mindset. He was confused, he was bewildered, and what he was going through, we were discussing. Thank you. Pankaj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Loudly. Pura
Hare
mantra.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Jai. Karthik.
When we discussed that how Krishna was riding the chariot and Arjun was telling him what to do.
So we saw the humility of Lord Krishna, who is the owner of everything, but he's so humble that he's becoming the chariot driver of Arjuna. Thank you. Raji Prabhu.
We saw that the Arjuna in the war, like when he saw his brothers, sisters, cousins, that still he was in war, but his mind, like he just means he couldn't forget them, and he was still like looking for their favor.
Very good. So we saw the compassion of Arjun in spite of Kauravas doing wrong things to them right across their life, but he was so compassionate towards them. So we were learning the significance of having compassion in our heart for every living entity. Thank you. Pankaj Prabhu.
Last time we discussed that the well-wishers of the Lord, well-wishers of the Arjuna, like Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitama, those were the well-wishers of the, even though were at the other opposite side, but they were still well-wishers.
So even the army who were about to fight with Arjun, he had their well-wisher, he had their gurus on the opposite side. Thank you. Would you like to say something?
So the person who sleep at the right time, he can also conquer the world.
Jai, very good point. We spoke about Gudakesh. Give a round of applause. Thank you. So we spoke about Gudakesh. Gudakesh is someone who conquers sleep. If we cannot conquer sleep now, at least we should sleep in the right time and get up in the right time. Very important.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Rama Rama.
You can't. Mataji manaa kar rahe.
You took my thing.
One point, come on.
You told me, I didn't understand, and you explained it to me.
Isn't that today's?
No,
कोई बात नहीं,
but
कुछ
it's fine.
कुछ भी बोलो.
It's when Arjun sees that, like what he is about to do, which is not the right thing to do. Like in the books it says that you shouldn't be doing what he's about to do. He's gonna be killing and fighting against his relatives, his friends, his cousins, and it will take him to hell instead of what he's supposed to do.
Thank you. Sapan who made a very good point. So Arjun was worried about what am I going to get out of this? ये मैं war जीत भी गया, ये युद्ध में जीत भी गया, तो मुझे नर्क मिलेगा, क्या फायदा? So he was worried about the outcome. Thank you. Next, Jai Krish.
Basically, Duryodhan lost the war because he had pride, ignorance, lust. There was one more.
Anger, jealousy. So we call it I pagal. I pagal. Who remembers I pagal? That is the acronym we spoke about. What does I pagal stand for? I stands for illusion. P stands for pride. A, anger. G, E, envy. And L, lust. So that is I pagal. So Duryodhan had these qualities within himself, which he was fighting inside and trying to conquer outside as well.
And we also learnt about the 4 worlds.
4 types of
Worlds like Kaliyog.
Oh, the yugas, 4 yugas, yes. So what is the short form of that 4 yugas? Sachin Tendulkar, Dinesh Karthik. Very good. Satya Yug, Treta Yug, Dwapar, and Kali. 4 yugas. So we have 4 seasons in a year, right? Similarly, we have 4 yugas. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Sara Prabhu, you were not there, but that's okay.
Arjun was worried about his friends and relatives because he knew that he is along with Krishna, and that's why he was worried about that. What is going to happen now?
Yes. So Arjun had confidence that he is on the right path because he had Krishna with him. In spite of that, he was worried about others. This is again the sign of compassion. Typically, our life is centered about my house, my car, my job, my wife, my husband, my kids, my, This is sheep mentality. We have the sheep mentality. हम अपने बारे में सोचते जीवन छोड़ देते हैं. This is sheep mentality. Arjun didn't have the sheep mentality. He had the lion mentality. He was thinking about others. King. Aryan, 1 point. And then Amni Prabhu. So Hare Krishna, say Hare Krishna. Amni Prabhu, 1 point. And then Amit Prabhu. Everybody, very, very quick. We don't have, this should not take more than 3-4 minutes. This is like a rapid fire round. Very, very quick. ये क्या फोन और फ्रेंड हो रहा है क्या?
Wisdom together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
चलो ठीक है. चिन्मय प्रभु.
So we talk about 4 yogas in which Satyuga was more about this lifespan was 100,000 years, but the way we should meditate, we were meditating on Vishnu. In the Treta Yuga, it was the lifespan was 10,000 years, but the way of worship was more on great sacrifice. Then the third yuga was Dwapar Yuga, average age was around 1,000 years, but the way of meditation at that time was temple worship, whereas in Kali Yuga it's approximately 100 years or less than that, but the way of worship is chanting the name of God.
Very, very good summary. Thank you.
Adding to that, I think, obviously I'm not a Prabhu, but I think
Yes.
my take was just that in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells how we should live, how many hours of sleep, what sort of exercise, what should we eat. I think we have the concept, we just got to implement it, and I think the way you explained it and we were talking about it, discussing it, really enlightened me.
Yeah. Because Krishna has given everything in Bhagavad Gita. There's nothing which Krishna has not given in Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matya smata pravarate iti matya bhajante mam bhuda bhava samamita. Krishna says, I am the source of spiritual and material world. So everything is given in Bhagavad Gita. There's nothing which Bhagavad Gita doesn't offer. But we have not looked into it. Thank you, Usha Mataji. Rahul Prabhu and Abhishek Prabhu next, and then
Hare Krishna.
And no Hare Krishna next time. Huh? Everybody has to have their books. Right, yes.
So Amit Prabhu already stole my point, or I can say he already said that point. But I will just give one more glimpse of all these yugas, and if I am wrong, then you can correct me. But in the first yuga, Satyug, when Rama was killing the demons, and that time Sita Mata asked him that why are you killing so many demons? So that time Ram Prabhu said that okay, this is my kartavya in this particular yuga, but in the next yuga I will not do this thing. I will not pick up the sword, or I will not pick up the anything like that. But in the next yuga, when he came in the form of Krishna, that time Krishna, right?
Yes.
Second yuga.
Yes.
That time again he used Sudarshan Chakra, but again the cases of Sudarshan Chakra was only 3 or 4 like that, Shishupal and a few more things. But still, I mean, he pick up the
Weapon.
And in the next yuga, now I forgot.
Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is over here on our left, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna and Radha combined together, they appeared without any weapons. The only thing which they told, chant Hare Krishna mantra, and everything will be fine. So chant and be happy. So what Lord Ram did in Treta, what Krishna did in Dwarka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did that just by giving the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Thank you, Raghu. Very good memory. Alright, Harsh Prabhu? Yes.
So last week we spoke about 2 things to forget and 2 things to always remember.
Very good, yes.
So the first thing to forget is forget if somebody has hurt you or given you misery in any kind. And the second thing to forget is if somebody has, if you have helped somebody else. So you have to forget who you have helped as well. And the 2 things to remember is death can come anytime, and the only way that you can save yourself from death is by chanting the Holy Name.
Jai. Thank you. Very good point. This can very good. You are wonderful. So this is Mastak and Pustak. Dono ka kamal hai. Thank you. Alright, Abhishek Prabhu, very, very quickly. 30.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Okay, Ramshesh Prabhu. Hey, no, Ramshesh. Rankesh Prabhu, sorry. Here.
The already discussed my points. So 2 things to forget. So do to others and charity given to others, and thing to remember is anytime, and we should
Chant the holy name. Thank you. Alright. Gitansh?
2 meaning of fear.
Yes.
Forget everything and run, and face everything and run.
Yes. So we spoke about the acronym FEAR.
Yes.
FEAR stands for forget everything and run. Or face everything and rise. So same situation, same circumstances, how we deal with it. That's important. Did I miss anybody? And Sudan, you were not here. Ayush, Prabhu, you were first time, so and Rudra, yes. And then Dhruv.
Yeah, like Mataji said, one thing that was discussed was how being regulated in sleep, eating, exercise, and recreational activities can help you in Krishna consciousness.
Not only Krishna consciousness. Okay, thank you. Good point. Not only Krishna consciousness. Krishna mentions Yukta Harasa Viharasya Yukta Chesasu Karmasu. This will help in material life also. It is not only in spiritual life you have to have good health, good wealth, good mindset. No, even in material life, you need to have all of this. So having a regulated life is very, very important. Thank you. Dhruv? Hare Rama. Thank you. Alright, but next time Hare Krishna ka shortcut nahi milega. Thank you. Rajesh, would you like to add anything? I know.
That was about Arjuna worried about everyone. So you mentioned that Chinta may quickly lead to Chitta, but we should shift Chintan.
Yes, we spoke about 3 C's. Chinta, Chitta, Chinta, and Chintan. We spoke about the 3 C's. Thank you. Thank you, Rajesh Prabhu. Very good memory. Saurabh Prabhu, we are just doing a quick recap, and the recap is for all the Prabhus, and the Matajis can do recap later. So you're lucky last. So do you want to add anything from last week? अच्छा प्रसाद में क्या था last week को बता दीजिए. What was there for prasadam, and then we'll start to do this. Kulfi. Everybody are helping. Alright. Well, let's start. Any spiritual realization, improvements, anybody have changed anything in their personal life to come closer to Krishna? Anybody would like to share? Yes.
I started joining the morning sessions for yoga, but only for 1 hour, but I started doing that.
Please give a round of applause to him. He dials in for the japa session from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, am I right? I see him every day. Roz subah 5 se 6. How old are you?
20.
At the age of 20, I don't know about others, but मुझे पता है मैं क्या करता था, and I can't say this now. So at the age of 20, he's getting up early in the morning and chanting the holy name. This is such a wonderful, such a good example. I was talking about you with some other friends the other day. Very nice. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Rahul Prabhuji.
After last week, whenever there are any fights or there is some arguments going on between kids, that time or even if we are talking about someone, Sheetal Mataji used to tell kids that whenever you are talking about someone, think that there is Krishna in them also. So whatever you are saying to them. So think from that perspective.
Very nice. This is Krishna consciousness. This is Krishna consciousness. Seeing Krishna in everybody is Krishna consciousness. So when we are speaking ill about others, we are not only speaking ill about them, but we are also talking ill about the Krishna which is in themselves. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmini Gavini Hastini Suni Chena Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. 5th chapter 8 was Pandita Samadarshina. If we can start seeing everybody as same equal vision, then we will never have any issues in life. Thank you, Nalpo. Very nice. Yes, Dolly Mataji, she also comes to the morning japa sessions. Yes, good.
So, I had a guilt because I missed a day or two because of my schedule. Like if I wake up early, I do a physical job, so I wake up and go to 6:30 a.m. and do work. So I wasn't able to balance it, and I had a huge guilt of missing it. But then I thought, I prayed in my mind and my heart that, of course I'm guilty, but I couldn't do anything. And today, although I slept around 12:30 or so, I came and I gave the attendance. And I did 4 mala, I couldn't do a lot of it, but I gave the attendance and I realized it's just important to show up.
Yes.
Just show up and it will go with the flow.
Thank you. The word show up. Anybody has read this book called Atomic Habits by James? Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits में ये book जो James में लिखी है, James Clear. He says showing up, just to show up is 90% success. Just holding the bead is 90% work done, then 10% easier. But holding the beads, getting up in the morning, doing the right thing, that is majority of the hard work which we have to do. Just show up.
I was surprised that I had this guilt. I didn't have this guilt before. When
Yes.
I wasn't waking up. Since I've started waking up and I'm not waking up now, it's like something. No, it's not going right.
Thank you. Very nice. Dolly Mataji comes to Japa session. I've seen her at 4:30 along with Kumaran Prabhu. Kumaran Prabhu, Abhishek Prabhu?
He's coming by his own car.
Oh, is it? Okay. Because you were supposed to pick him up. And where is Vishali Mataji in case?
Another house.
Okay. Alright. So Kumaran Prabhu, Dolly Mataji, we have Dhruv who comes to 6:30 reading every day. So we have so many nice devotees around us, very inspirational people around us. Yes. Anybody else? Last one before we start. Yes, sorry.
So we discussed the importance of sleep last week. So not a major change, but I started sleeping a bit earlier than what I normally would. And also I increased my number of rounds of chanting before sleep.
Before sleep. Jai. Please give a round of applause. Shall I share a secret?
Yes, please.
Loudly?
Yes.
Shall I share?
Yes.
Anybody who struggles to get up in the morning, please raise your hands first.
Everyone, I guess.
Alright. I'll share my struggle. Right? I was struggling to get up early in the morning, and I wanted to get up early in the morning. So I asked my Shiksha Guru. He's from IIT Mumbai and IIM Ahmedabad. My Shiksha Guru, his name is Murlita Prabhu. Where is he from? IIT Mumbai and IIM Ahmedabad. And he has been practicing Krishna consciousness for 40 years, 35-40 years. I asked him, Prabhuji, subah utha nahi jata. And he looked into my eyes and he said, do you really want to get up? What did he say? Do you really want to get up? कई बार हम ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं ना सीनियर को बताने के लिए, देखो मैं भी कुछ हूँ. So he looked into my eyes very gravely because Murlidhar Prabhu is a devotee, he doesn't talk a lot. He only talks when it is required. So the moment he looked into my eyes went down. ऐसे पूछने के लिए पूछ रहा था कि to show off कि मैं भी कुछ हूँ, I want to do something. He said, when your desire is strong, ask me. So I just kept quiet because he was very grave in his words. After 2 weeks, he had some function. I said, Gita Prabhu, now I'm serious. I want to get up early in the morning. And he told me, do this one exercise. Before you go to bed every day morning, in your altar, जो मंदिर होता है, fire a matchstick and just promise to all the gurus, all the deities that I will get up at this time in the morning and go to bed. So promise to the deities, promise to Prabhupada, जो भी altar में है आपके घर पे, उनको वादा करो कि कल सुबह मैं 6 बजे उठूंगा. And try that out. आप believe करोगे या नहीं, I did this for many years and it helped me a lot. Because you're promising to Gaurnita, you're promising to Radha Krishna, you're promising to Prabhupada कि मैं कल सुबह ये time पे उठूंगा. And if you don't get up, you'll feel guilt, as Dolly Mataji mentioned. And then he said to me, second thing, if you don't get up next day morning, have some penalties for yourself. Have some? So I said, if I don't get up on time, I will donate $20 to the temple. कितना? तो एक दिन नहीं उठा $20, कोई चोट नहीं लगी. दूसरा दिन $40 हो गए. ठीक है, मंदिर को जा रहा है. ना बेशरम आदमी होता है ना. You don't want to get up in the morning. छोड़ के $20 दे दूंगा, मंदिर को जा रहा है. Then Gujarati mind, 20 के 40 हुए. 40 तक कोई problem नहीं हुआ. Then it added up to 60. I said, उठ जा यार, उठ जा. In this way, I'm just confessing my, hardship. In this way, slowly and gradually, a 50 cents matchstick can make an 80-kilo guy come out of the bed like this. So if you want to get up, try this out. Promise in the evening, before you go to bed, कि कल सुबह मैं ये वक्त पे उठूंगा. And if you're getting up at 7 o'clock every day, don't go and say I'll get up at 5 o'clock. It's not going to happen. 15 minutes या half an hour, उससे ज़्यादा मत करो. 15 minutes या half an hour, and see how that goes. ठीक है? Yes.
Did you say you also light a diya?
No, just a match. And I used to do this for so many years, and Aryan and Neve, my kids, have been laughing on me. क्या कर रहे हो रोज रात में? Every day you do the same thing. I said no. If I don't do this, I will trick myself. If I don't do this, I may trick myself. कि कल तो मैंने वादा नहीं किया है. Let me snooze it. So it is very important. Anything what you do for 21 days, that becomes your habit. And anything what you do for 90 days, that becomes your lifestyle. Right? It becomes your lifestyle. So it's very important to do some good things in life. Alright, let's begin. We'll request someone else to read today. Who would like to read? You would like to? Yes. You can read today. Very good. What's your name?
Devarshi.
Devarshi. Nice name. Thank you. Yes.
By worshipping the By worshipping the Supreme Lord, one automatically serves all the Devi and Devtas because they are parts and parcels of the whole. If one supplies water to the root of a tree, all the parts of the tree such as the leaf and branches are automatically satisfied. And if one supplies food to the stomach, all the limbs of the body, the hands, legs, fingers, etc. are nourished. Thus, by worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can satisfy all the Devi and Devtas, but by worshipping all the Devi and Devtas, one does not completely worship the Supreme Lord. In this age of Kali, it is practically impossible to perform the Devi Yajna or sacrifices to the Devi and Devtas. As such, in the age, Srimad Bhagavatam recommends Sankirtana Yagna
Yajna Sankirtana Praja Yagnapi Hi Samadeshaha. Subhadesha. Sorry, I can't read from here. Continue.
Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32. In this age, the intelligent person completes the performance of all kinds of yajnas simplified by chanting Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Tasmit tusta jagat tastam. When Lord Vishnu is satisfied, all the demigods who are parts and parcels of the Supreme Lords are satisfied.
Thank you, Devashi. Very nice and very powerful. So, what are the important points over here? Sorry, before we start, this box office is empty. So, पीछे से किसी को आगे बैठना. Yes, Divya Mata ji is on there. So, devotees are sitting at the back. Please आगे आ जाइए. यहाँ पे chair है. Don't have to sit on the floor. आ जाइए माता जी if you want to come and sit and be more comfortable. Gitanji, thank you. All right. So, what are the important points over here? What is Prabhupada trying to say?
In the age of Kali, if you want to do all that, like sacrifice to the
Devis and
Devas and to perform the yagna, the only thing you can do by doing Hare Krishna, chanting the chant Hare Krishna, is the way to do it. That's the only thing you can do it, and it will fulfill all the three things.
Yes. Thank you. So what Prabhupada is saying over here, and of course this is not only Prabhupada, this is coming from the Shastras. If you want to give water to a tree, is it better to give the water to the tree on the roots, or is it better to give water to the trees on every leaf? हम क्या करेंगे? Roots. Why roots? Why not every leaf? The roots में से पानी पूरे झाड़ पे जाएगा. Right? Similarly, if you're hungry, will you feed your ears, your eyes, your nose, your hands, or will you put food directly into your mouth? What do we typically do? We put the food into the mouth nourishes the whole body. Similarly, how many Devis and Devtas do we have? Millions. How many? 33 crore. Right? There are 33 crores Devis and Devtas. You can go and try and please everybody individually. That is choice number A, plan A. Or you just satisfy Lord Vishnu or Krishna, and all the Devis and Devtas will be satisfied automatically. So Krishna is the root. Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. So when we satisfy Krishna, all the Devis and Devtas are automatically pleased. We don't need to perform separate individual puja or seva for them, because the Devis and Devtas themselves are worshipping Lord Krishna. So when we worship the Devis and Devtas in the right manner, and when we worship Krishna in the right manner, everybody will be satisfied. I was speaking to Harsh Prabhu last week. 4 important things we should remember. 1 is Shastra. 2nd is Astra. 3rd is Vastra. And 4th is Mantra. 4 चीज याद रखना. Shastra means our scriptures. All the scriptures unanimously will point us to one direction. Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. You take any Puran, the conclusion of Vedas is to worship Krishna. So why not do that? Because the scriptures are saying it. It is not that I am saying it or you are saying it. The scriptures are saying it. And it is not only Bhagavad Gita. You take any scripture, Vishnu Puran le lo, Vedas le lo, kuch bhi le lo. The summum bonum is to worship Vasudev. Right? Lord Brahma says the same thing. Lord Shiva says the same thing. So if we have the right understanding, then we should only worship Krishna in the right way. We are not ignoring, we are not neglecting anybody, but we are giving them the right perspective. First is Shastra. Second is Astra. Astra means weapon. What is the weapon which we have? The mind and the intelligence. These are the two weapons we have, the mind and the intelligence. The function of the mind is to accept and reject. मन क्या करता है? संकल्प and विकल्प, accept and reject, accept and reject. That is the function of the mind. But what does the intelligence do? Intelligence have a discrimination power to understand what is right and what is wrong. What is right and what is wrong. That is astra. So we should have the right mindset. We should have the right mindset which has been judged, which has been trained by intelligence. By intelligence. These are very subtle energies. Right? We don't go for mind surgery, we go for brain surgery. But do we have brain problem or we have mind problem more? Mind problem more, right? So if the mind is not trained by intelligence, but the right discrimination, we will always be suffering, always be struggling. So what is the first point? Shastra. What is the second? Astra. What are the two weapons in Astra?
Mind and intelligence.
Mind and intelligence. Third is Vastra. Simple living. Simple living, high thinking. अपना जीवन एकदम simple होना चाहिए. Our needs of the life should be simple so that we can focus on bhakti. If we have too many desires, if we want too many things in life, then we will just chase things which we are going to leave behind. But if we want to focus on something higher, then we have to let go something lower. We all came from India leaving rupees so that we can focus on dollars. Yes or no? Correct, ना? माँ बाप को छोड़ के आए, भाई बहन को छोड़ के आए, सब कुछ छोड़ के क्यों आए? Let's accept the fact, isn't it? कोई मना कर रहा है यहाँ पे? Right? Yes. You didn't need them?
No, I didn't come for money.
You came for something higher purpose, right? Your husband was here. कोई higher चीज के लिए आया ना माता जी? We have come for higher. Unless we don't hold on to higher, we cannot leave the lower things. जब बंदर होता है ना, monkey, when you see monkey, when the monkey is jumping from one branch to another branch, unless he doesn't hold the higher branch, he will not leave the lower branch. Not that we are coming from monkeys, but ऐसा भी होता है ना कि हम we are coming from monkeys. That is not right. We are not coming from apes. But the point is, जितना life simple होगा ना, उतना भक्ति पे focus easily हो जाएगा. At the moment, our life has become very, very complicated. Because the life is very, very complicated, simple things becomes very complex. Because the life is very complex. This reminds me of a story of Alexander the Great. How many of you have ever heard the story of Alexander the Great? Only 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, 4. This story is a very heart-touching story to me. And I love repeating this whenever I get a chance, and it just clicks me now. Because we are talking about high thinking and simple living, Alexander the Great. Listen to the story very carefully because this is a practical story. How many of you know Alexander the Great, by the way? Okay, most of you. Okay, so we all know Alexander the Great, right? He was on a spree to conquer the world. उसे दुनिया हासिल करनी थी. And when he won many wars, and when he came after winning many wars, I'm cutting long story short, when he came to India, when he was about to enter India, he met a saint. He met a sadhu. And the sadhu, he wanted to go, before meeting, he wanted to see a sadhu. And he told the soldiers to go and say that Alexander the Great has come to see him. The sadhu ne koi bhav nahi diya. Sadhu ignored him. And Alexander the Great felt very angry, offended. Okay, I have conquered the world, half the world, and this guy is not even respecting me. He is not acknowledging me. He is not appreciating me. So when Alexander the Great said, let me go and speak to the sadhu, and he went and spoke to the sadhu, and he said, Sadhu, do you know who I am? He said, who are you? He said, I have conquered half of the world, and now I'm going to conquer half of the world. The sadhu asked, why did you do this? He said, I want to have lot of wealth. He said, then what will you do with lot of wealth? Once I have lot of wealth, I will make big palaces. Then after building big palaces, what will you do? He said, I will marry to lot of queens, lot of women. He said, after marrying to a lot of women, what will you do? After marrying a lot of women in big palaces and having big money, I will have a lot of kids. He said, after having a lot of kids, what will you do? I will have a very peaceful life. What did he say? I will have
peaceful life.
Very peaceful life. And the sadhu said, the same said, I am doing the same thing without conquering the world, without fighting, without killing anybody. I am having a very peaceful life. When Alexander the Great heard that, his heart completely got transformed. He melted his heart. And then he was affected with a disease called malaria. You know how he died? Usse malaria ho gaya tha. When he, what age? At the age of 32. At the age of 32, Alexander the Great got malaria. And when he got malaria, he came to know that he was going to die. Malaria kisse hota hai? Machhar se. A small insect is killing the king of half of the world. And he said to his people, I need 3 things in my life. When I die, make sure everybody does these 3 things. Whatever wealth I have, just put it from my house to the crematorium. So when people are taking me, they can see that all the wealth which I acquired all my life is of no use. Second, the 4 people who are going to carry me should be doctors, should be my friends, and should be my relatives. Why? Because neither doctors could save me, neither my friends could save me, and neither my relatives could save me. Koi mujhe bacha nahi paya. And third, hands. Make sure that my hands are out of the coffin, which is showing to the world that it is empty. मैं खाली हाथ जा रहा हूँ. मैं खाली हाथ जा रहा हूँ. So this is the way Alexander departed. So the learning for us is, the moment we want to have more desires fulfilled, more things in our life, we will digress from the key focus of the life. But if the key focus of the life is to keep Krishna in the center, keep the family in bhakti, then we don't need a lot of money, lot of wealth. We don't need a lot. Right? And so that is vastra. Simple living, high thinking. Simple living and high thinking. And the fourth is mantra. Thank you, Usha Mataji. Mantra. This Hare Krishna mantra has the potency to deliver the mind. Mantra ka meaning kya hai? Tra means what delivers, and man means the mind. So if the mind can be delivered, what is coming between us and Krishna right now? Only the mind. Thank you. अपने और भगवान के बीच में आज कौन है? अपना मन है. Is there anything between us and God at the moment? Is there anybody, कोई कुछ और है जो अपने और भगवान के बीच में है? अपना मन है. It is only the mind which is tricking us. So if the mind can be dovetailed in the service of Krishna by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, all the perfection will come eventually and gradually. So chanting the holy name is the swiftest way, the safest way, the surest way, and the sweetest way. 4S. chanting the holy name is the swiftest way, the safest way, the surest way, and the sweetest way of going back to Krishna in this lifetime. In this lifetime. So this is what the Hare Krishna mantra can offer. This is what the Shastras can offer. But provided we have the right astra, the mind and the intelligence needs to be trained with the right knowledge, not with the wrong knowledge. I have given this example many times. अगर password enter करते हो laptop में, एक character भी wrong है, so can you enter? No. Right? If you want to take some money out of ATM, if one digit is wrong, can you take money out of ATM? No. Similarly, if we don't have the right knowledge, and the knowledge which is based on speculation, which is based on philosophy, which is not captured in scriptures, we will never be happy with that knowledge, and we will not get the end result. Na sukham, na param gati. Na sukham, na param gati. Right? 16th chapter, 23rd verse, Krishna says, if you don't follow the scriptures, na sukham, you will not be happy. Na param gati, you will not get the supreme destination. So Bhagavad Gita offers us a wisdom which is practically applied into day-to-day life. Whatever we are speaking over here, people are doing it, they have done it, and they will do it. It is up to us whether do we want to do it or not. हम सुनते सुनते कुछ करना नहीं है, या नहीं सुनना भी है and करना भी है. The choice is ours. Prabhupada gives a very beautiful example, and then I'll stop over here. Wood has fire in it. लकड़े में आग पहले से है, आग लगानी चाहिए. इसी तरह हर मनुष्य के दिल में भक्ति है. Everybody a part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai Vamsa, Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana. Eternally we are part and parcel of Krishna. Not in the last 20, 30, 50, 100 years. So we have bhakti in our heart. All what we need to do is ignite that bhakti by only two things. Chant the holy name and honor Krishna Prasad. भगवान का नाम लो और भगवान का प्रसाद ग्रहण करो. ये दो चीज में इतनी ताकत है that you can't even imagine. Just by chanting the holy name and by having Krishna Prasad, everything will be revealed. Everything will be, and both things are free. There is no cost associated to it. Am I right? खाना सब खाते हैं. जो दे रहा है उसे भोग धरा के खाने में दिक्कत होती है क्या? Is it a problem to offer to person who has given to us everything? Where is the difficulty? The person who is giving us everything, he is saying, offer it to me and then have it. इससे प्रसाद हो जाता है. So material things converted into spiritual things just by offering to Krishna. Is it difficult? And chant the holy name. Chant the holy name. भगवान का नाम लो. और कुछ है ही नहीं. Any questions? Any comments on this? Before we do Bhagavad Gita. Is it heavy, straightforward, complex? क्या लग रहा है? Straightforward ना? But when things are very simple ना, मजा नहीं आता. Am I right? I'll tell you, my father is like that. I shouldn't be saying, but my dad को ना, कोई भी simple चीज दे दो ना, he doesn't like it. He wants things to be complex, and then he likes to make it simple. Do you know any person like this? Or is it us? Huh? Your father? Okay, I sure. अगर जीवन में कोई चीज आसानी से मिल जाती है तो हमें विश्वास नहीं होता.
वैल्यू कम होती है उसकी, होता है.
वैल्यू कम होती है. ब्रेथ, एवरी ब्रेथ की क्या वैल्यू है? फ्री में मिल रहा है ना, तो वी आर टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. नाक बंद कर दो, पता चलेगा कि वैल्यू क्या है ब्रेथ की. भगवान दे रहा है, हम ले रहे हैं. कोई कीमत नहीं, ना भगवान की कीमत, ना सांस की कीमत. ना भगवान की कीमत, ना सांस की कीमत. लेकिन सांस की कीमत है. right? So Srimad meaning, right? Anyways, so we should have some understanding. ये सब दे रहा है, कौन दे रहा है, कहाँ से आ रहा है? This is common sense. So 4 things: Shastra, Astra, Vastra, and Mantra. If you can have these 4 things as your barometer of your life, you can never go wrong. And this is not complex. Okay? Shall we start Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Alright. Who remembers where did we stop? Did anybody read purport? Just be honest. Okay, one, Kumar and Prabhu. Anybody else? Neha Mataji, very nice. My humble request, please read the purport. It will help you to be connected better in these sessions. Right? It will help you. And please bring your Bhagavad Gita books, underline karo and make some notes. Because aaj se, as I said, what we did before Christmas, we will do it. Prabhuji's or Mataji's have to do a recap at the start, and then Mataji's or Prabhuji's need to do a recap at the end. Of this, there is no choice. So everybody has to take participation. Alright. Why can't I bring this over here? Okay, sorry. Okay, before I forget, so we have Bhakti Vriksha picnic tomorrow. So I'm assuming everybody has RSVP, and if at all, if you have not RSVP, Amit Prabhu's heart is very big. So he can accommodate, like his, उन्होंने ऐसा घर खोल दिया है, उसका उनका दिल भी बड़ा है. So please RSVP. I'm sure everybody has done. I have sent some information about Rath Yatra. On 18th of February, it is a Sunday. We have a Rath Yatra, 40 feet Rath. Every year aata hai. Has anybody been there before in the previous years? St. Kilda Festival? No, okay, only few. It's a 40. If you cannot go to Jagannath Puri, you know Jagannath Puri mein Rath Yatra mein kitne log aate hain? It is the biggest festival of the world. Right? But if the patient doesn't come to doctor, doctor goes to the patient. So Jagannath is going to come out once a year to give darshan to all the patients of the world. So my humble request, 18th of February, it's a long time. Plan your life, plan your day accordingly that you can come for the whole day celebration. We have a lot of services for Bhakti Vriksha. So please let us know if you're available for any service. We will put it in a group and then Amit Prabhu can coordinate accordingly. Then we have Holi. मैंने होली का भी information भिजा दी है, but we will discuss that next week. Any questions on the plan for next week or for on the announcement? Yes.
Not a question, but do you mind just quickly touching on the significance of Rath Yatra?
I'll do that next week. Thank you. I'll definitely do it. Rath Yatra ka significance. What I'll do, I'll share a video so that everybody can watch it, and then I'll talk about it. So it's a recap as well. Thank you. That's a good suggestion. All right, please repeat it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we're reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, first chapter, and we're going to read verse number 37. But so far, what has happened? So this is the acronym for the first chapter, which is doubt, Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan. We saw the mentality of Dhritarashtra. We saw the mentality of Duryodhan. Then we saw O, with omnious result. Arjun was not worried about the result, but he was worried about his family and relatives. Then U stands for uncertainty, that he was not certain ki kya hoga. And then we saw B stands for bewilderment. He was completely confused. He was saying, my Gandiva bow is slipping out of my hands. I'm shivering, I'm trembling. Not because he's fearful, but he's concerned about others' life. Okay? So today we will do few verses. Next week, we will complete the first chapter and we will have a quiz. We will have quiz. I request everybody to read the first chapter. Because quiz hai. We can do a recap, we'll have a quiz, and then we'll have a discussion around it. Okay. Any questions so far on Bhagavad Gita while I bring this over here? Okay. I should have done. Okay, give me 30 seconds. I'll bring the advanced view. So we stopped at 37, right? Last time? So we start 36 or 37 से शुरू करना है ना? Hare Krishna. 37 ना मतलब? Alright, kids, who would like to read? Check, Jackish, who would like to read? And then we'll pass it on the mic to other kids. Rudra can read. Oh, क्या हो गया? बंद करते समय तो कोई है, right?
उसको बंद करना actually.
ये खुल गया बहुत है. Okay, can you read the two verses?
This is 39.
This 39.
39 हो गया.
37 and 38.
There are two verses together.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
39 is after.
So this is 37, 38, and 39 each. So we'll just read the English.
Arjuna, Dharna, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin? With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion.
So look at the concern of Arjun. Arjun is converting. Arjun is transforming the battlefield into a classroom. He's transforming the battlefield into a classroom. Why am I saying this? Arjun could have directly shot some arrows and he would have killed everybody immediately. But for the sake of us, he is having these discussions that he's transforming the battlefield into classroom, because every situation in our life we can learn something from it. Every situation, every circumstance in our life, we can learn something from it. So that is the reason Arjun, he's about to fight a war, but he's trying to learn, then earn. Right? So Arjun is worried about sin, but not about for himself. He's thinking for everybody. Every action what Arjun is doing, he's so careful. He's analyzing it so detailed. कि इसमें क्या फायदा है, क्या नुकसान है. What is the learning for us in life? When we take any actions in life, are we careful or not? I'm asking you a question. Are we careful? Yes or no? When we drive a car, we see it left, we see right, and then we go straight. When we walk on the road, when we are crossing the road, we are so much worried कि left से कोई आ रहा है या right से कोई आ रहा है, everything is safe, and then we continue walking. Similarly, our actions of life, our intentions of life, are we really thinking, what am I doing? Where am I going? Where am I coming from? Do we think that? Or are we taking our life for granted? It's a question. What is your opinion? There's no wrong or right answer. Huh? Are we living a sinful life or sinless life? What do you think? Tell me that. Come on, huh? Sinful? Yeah. Why is it sinful? Why do you think our life is sinful life?
Because it's solely focused on itself.
Because of the sheep mentality. It is sheep mentality. My job, my house, my kids, my career. It's me. It's nobody else. This is sheep mentality. Right? Animalistic mentality. Animals को कभी देखा है कि कोई मंदिर जा रहा है, कोई धर्म की बातें हो रही है, किसी को मदद कर रहे हैं? No. Focus. The core focus is ahara, nidra, bhai, maitumcha. Eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. This is the core focus of an animalistic life. Dharmo hi ena pashubi samana. If we don't have dharma in the center of our life, then dharmo hi ena pashubi samana. Prabhupada used to say they are four-legged animals, we are two-legged animals. क्या फायदा? इतनी मुश्किल से इतने योनि बदलने के बाद, after so many lives, we have got this rare human form of life. और वही चीज अगर हम करेंगे जो पुरानी लाइफ में किया है तो ये जीवन का क्या फायदा? We are just losing a rare form of life. So Arjun is worried about sins, and in the purport Prabhupada gives that 6 type of actions doesn't have any sins. Who has read the purport? Did you read the purport? What do you know? Do you remember what are the 6 things that Prabhupada writes?
The 6 type of aggressors.
Aggressors, yes.
Poison giver.
Yes.
One who sets fire to a house. One who attacks with deadly weapons. One who plunders the riches, and one who occupies someone's land, and if someone kidnaps someone's wife.
Yes. So there are 6 types of things if we do, then we will not have sins. First is a poison giver. If someone is trying to give us poison, and if we try to protect ourselves, उसमें कोई पाप नहीं लगेगा. Who gave poison in Mahabharata? Duryodhan. Who did he give poison to? Bhim. Duryodhan tried to kill Bhim by giving poison. In spite of that, don't fight. They didn't want to fight. Second, one who sets fire to the house.
What happened? Because they made that wax house.
Yes, Laksha. Pura ka pura palace they wanted to burn down, so that all the Pandavas, including Kunti Maharani, can be killed. Will they be sin for this? No. Right? You're trying to protect yourself. Third, one who attacks with deadly weapon. So many times Duryodhan and Pandavas were trying to kill Pandavas. In spite of that, कोई बात नहीं, चलो युद्ध नहीं करना है. We don't want to fight. Then one who plunders riches. Duryodhan and Shakuni, they did gambling in a wrong way. They wanted to cheat the Pandavas. Fifth, one who occupies others' land. कोई अपनी जमीन पे आके कब्जा कर रहा है. And if you're fighting for it, is it wrong or right? It is right. The land belongs to me. Someone is, you're defending yourself. Simple. Defending yourself is not sin. Defending yourself it is not sin. And the last one who kidnaps someone's wife. We know Draupadi, what happened to her. In spite of these 6 things, look at the compassion of Arjun. He says, युद्ध करना जरूरी है क्या? And if I fight, I'll have sins. These people are greedy people. They don't know what they want. They have no idea what they have done. But shall I come down to their level? कई बार होता ना, 2 बार husband wife या कोई friends में argument होती है, तो we try to come down to another level, right? हम झुक जाते हैं, and we come down to their level. ऐसा होता है या नहीं होता है? When there's an argument between 2 people, or something wrong is going, the other person tries to lower themselves, and the other person tries to lower themselves. They इतनी नीचे तक आ जाते हैं. But Arjun is trying to take a stand. No, I have values in my life. I don't want to come down to the level of my cousins. They are greedy. They have lost their mind, but I don't want to do it. So he's thinking. How often do we think in life? Question, how often do we introspect in our life? Where am I going? What am I here for? सिर्फ यही करना है पूरी जिंदगी, बार बार यही करना है. शादी की, बच्चे किए, मॉर्गेज पे किया, घर बनाया, घर बच्चे को दिया, मर गया, वापस दूसरा जन्म लिया, तीसरा जन्म लिया, यही करना है. Have you seen a firefly? How many of you seen a firefly? Okay, everybody. You know what firefly is, right? It goes into the fire and it dies. Please pay careful attention to this example. A firefly knows that आगे का firefly मेरे पापा, मेरी मम्मी, मेरा भाई, मेरा cousin सब अंदर जा रहे हैं और मर रहे हैं. तो भी वो खुद जा रहा है. 7 जन्मों की पीढ़ी जा रही है अंदर. एक के बाद the firefly is seeing that everybody is going inside, they are not coming out. In spite of that, what does the firefly do? This parampara, वो भी जाता है, मर जाता है. Yes or no? Does anybody have another opinion onto this? मुझे firefly को हिंदी में क्या बोलता है? I don't know. What is? जुगनू. Is it? Okay. पंजाबी में जुगनू बोलते हैं. Okay. हाँ? पतंगा. Okay. मैं साउथ इंडिया से हूँ, हैदराबाद से firefly बोलते हैं. Right? So firefly, moth. Is it? Yeah, moth is the.
That's the word.
Yeah, moth.
Like that's what it. Moth is the one that goes into the fire.
Moth
attracted to light.
So the firefly looks at the other firefly. In spite of that, it doesn't have its own common sense. Okay, let me stop here. My father has gone, he has not come back. My mother has gone, he has not come back. My grandparents have gone, they have not come back. My brothers and sisters have gone, they have not come back. Why should I go into the same thing? The firefly doesn't have that mentality or mindset. I'll tell you what happened. We went to New Zealand. This is real. Many years ago, 13 years ago, we went to New Zealand for the first time, South Island. What a beautiful place. So we stopped over. क्योंकि इतने sheeps थे, all everywhere you go it's cows and sheep. So we pulled over at a place and we spoke to the farmer. And I said farmer को कि इतने sheep का क्या करते हो? So the farmer said this goes to the slaughterhouse. And then he told us something which was mind-boggling. ना? ये भी ध्यान से सुनना. I said, how do you kill the sheep? How do you kill the sheep? And he told me, I think I shared this example with you, Prashadam ke time pe, कि they keep all the sheep in a straight line. सारे sheep को straight line में खड़ा कर देते हैं, and they keep chopping the head of the sheep. But the previous sheep, ये sheep का number आ रहा है, उसके पहले के जो sheep होता है ना, उसे green grass देते हैं. So that ये sheep का सर काट रहे, the previous sheep is so busy eating that he doesn't or she doesn't know कि आगे वाला क्या हो रहा है. And I told Ojaswini, अपना भी ऐसा ही हाल है. जीवन में अपना भी ऐसा ही हाल है. Today only my wife said her cousin, he went to gym, 42 years old. While doing gym, he passed away, heart attack. 3 दिन पहले, 3-4 days. Just doing 42 years. हम ऐसा सुनते हैं, एक सेकंड के लगता है कि ओ नो बेचारा बेचारी, बट ऐसा हमें नहीं होता है कि वो बेचारा कहाँ गया और मैं कहाँ जाने वाला हूँ. We have no idea कि where am I going to go. If you ask someone कल का क्या प्लान है, तो people will say I'll go to picnic. Saturday का क्या प्लान है, dining on market. Sunday का क्या प्लान है, movie. Monday का क्या प्लान है. Everybody knows what is the plan. But you ask someone कि प्रभु, if you die tomorrow, where are you going to go? Who can put your hand on your heart and say I'm not going to die tomorrow? कोई बोल सकता है यहाँ पे कि मैं कल मरने वाला नहीं हूँ. But we don't know. But we are not bothered about it, isn't it? सब इतने seriously, सब इतने serious हो गया, ऐसा देख रहे हो मुझे. But isn't this the reality of life? And look at the compassion of Arjun. Arjun is worried about people who have given him pain, who has taken away the pleasure of his life. And look at us. Look at us. We are going to lose everything in a matter of 1 second, and we are not worried about it. Look at the compassion of Arjun and look at the ignorance of people who are not worried about their own self. Is this making sense? So, is it philosophy or common sense? Is it philosophy or common sense? Common sense. Common sense. Let's continue. Arun, do you want to read it?
Yeah, sure. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated.
Next.
O Krishna, maintainer of people, I've heard by disciplined succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell always in hell.
So look at the mood of Arjun. The mood of Arjun is completely changing. The last letter of doubt is T. T is turning point. And this is the turning point over here. Arjun is saying to Krishna, by the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community project and family welfare activities are devastated. Now look at the compassion of Arjun. He's not only thinking about the people who are going to die, but their family, unke bacche. He's going to talk in the next verse. He's thinking about if the husband dies, तो wife का क्या होगा? और wife नहीं, उसके बच्चों का क्या होगा? Arjun is thinking so far ahead. Everything will be devastated. क्या फायदा ये सब war का? What is the benefit of this war? And I'll come back to it. And then subsequently, he's asking कि मैंने ऐसा सुना है. I have heard by disciplic succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell in hell. ये सब लोग नरक में जाएंगे. क्या फायदा ये सब चीजों का? हम कहाँ जाने वाले हैं? How often do we think? Think from Arjun's perspective. He's thinking about everybody. How often do we think, okay, where am I going to go? Let's apply it for practical application. Of course, we don't have the compassion of Arjun. But what is the real life application to us? Where am I going to go? See, there are two things we get blinded by. In life, you get blinded by two things. One thing you get blinded by is that you don't have eyes. आँख नहीं है, अंधे है. And second time you get blinded when you see a sun. You glare a sun and then you look at normal and you have a blurry eyes. Correct? You have eyes, but you're seeing a sun because of too much light into your eyes. Similarly, there are two types of people in life. One is completely ignorant. Completely blind with ignorance. They don't know where are they coming from, where are they going, what activities they are doing. The activities they are doing, are they aligned to Shastras? And that doesn't have to be Bhagavad Gita. Any Shastras le lo. Bible le lo, Quran le lo, kuch to le lo. Right? आप लोग जो कर रहे हो, हम लोग जो जीवन में कर रहे हैं, is it aligned to something? Or do you have so much of information like the sun that you are not implementing it, you are not digesting it? This is called overload of information. Information, no transformation. Listen, man. Information, no transformation. When you request people to take Bhagavad Gita book, नहीं सब पता है. पापा के पास है, दादी के पास है. Right? They think they know everything. So there are two categories of people. One who is completely ignorant as blind person, and second type of people is completely overloaded with information. They think they know everything. मैं तो धाम से हूँ, ऐसा बोलते हैं. हाँ, हमारा जन्म तो वृंदावन में हुआ है. And they don't do anything. And we have respect for them, right? But we want to understand कि मैं तो कुरुक्षेत्र से हूँ. I am from Mathura. इतना proud से बोलते हैं, but जीवन में कर क्या रहे हो आप? What are you doing in your life? Eating, mating, sleeping and defending, is that all it is? या और कुछ भी है जीवन में? So this is the point Arjun is trying to make. Think about the people who are going to die, who are going to suffer. So Arjun is constantly thinking about others. Arjun is constantly thinking about others.
I have a question here.
Yes, can I finish in 1 minute and then we have 43. Then next time we'll do 4 verses and we'll have quiz. Right? So look at the focus of Arjun and look at our focus. अपना focus कहाँ पे है? Where is our focus? I read a very nice poem. It says we have taller buildings but shorter temples. We have wider freeways but narrower minds. We have more degrees but less common sense. We have more conveniences, but less time. We have conquered the outer space, but we are struggling with inner space. We are struggling with inner space. Mars जाने की बात हो रही है, लेकिन अंदर नहीं जा पा रहे. When we want to conquer the outer world, but we want to ignore the inner world. So my humble request to all of you, please try to chant the holy name. The sum and substance of everything what we are going to discuss in every class, in the past, today and in future, is just requesting people कि भगवान का नाम लो और कुछ नहीं है. There's nothing more done to that actually. This is the summum bonum of all the Shastras. Everything what we do is just to inspire us and so that we can chant the holy name properly. I'll come to Aryan first and then Dolly Mataji. We are on time, we'll stop here.
I just want to confirm, I think we may have skipped the 2 verses.
Did we? From 37, 38, did we jump, is it? Oh, Krishna. Okay. Can you quickly read it? Because it's the same thing. This one, right? Oh, yeah.
I think we have to start from here.
Yeah, you missed this one.
Yeah, ये progeny, हाँ. ये बच्चों की बात कर रहा था ना? Can you read Sarin? Because I was...
When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the woman of the family becomes polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Vriksha, comes unwanted progeny.
So he's thinking about, as I mentioned already, not only about the people, but his wife, the soldier's wife, and their kids. उनका क्या होगा? And Aryan, can you read Gita, can you read the last one, and then we'll stop here.
An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of corrupt families fall down because of the performance of offering them food and water are entirely stopped.
So he's thinking about everybody, not only for himself. Thank you, Gita. Thank you, Aryan. Yes, Dolly Matan, questions.
So the last purport was in regards to hell, that like if they fight, the whole family will burn down to hell. So I just remembered something somebody taught me or I read somewhere, I don't know. And I have a question, I have a confusion here if we are living in hell or heaven. Because there are people who say that our sufferings in this world is the hell. However, not sure like how to put it. But then I think about chanting and Hare Krishna and we consider it heaven. But at the moment, are we in hell or heaven? Like our life. Is it hell or heaven?
3 lok का नाम सुना है? There are 3 loks. Mrityu lok, which is Bhumi lok, which is this one. Then we have Swarg, and then we have Naraka. I'm talking very simple. We have 14 planetary systems, and I don't want to go over there. 14, not 9. अपने यहाँ पे 9 होता है, but 7 above, 7 below. But we won't go into that as of now. So there's heavenly planets, there are hellish planets, and we have the earthly planets, which is Mrityu lok, right? Are we living in heaven or hell? It depends upon the consciousness. It depends upon our consciousness. If we are doing the right thing, then it is not heaven or hell. We are in Golok Vrindavan, serving Krishna. But if you are doing wrong things, you can be in heaven and you can still do wrong things. Or you can be in hell and do the right things. So it's more of consciousness. That is the reason Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness, International Society of Krishna Consciousness. So heaven and hell is a state of consciousness. Yes, of course we have physical planets, but as of now, to keep it very simple definition, it is more a state of consciousness. Is that okay? Thank you. Alright, any questions, any comments before we do a recap for today's? And Mataji needs to do a recap, by the way. So, any questions, comments, corrections, reflections? Before we finish, I would like to thank Rajiv Prabhu's family. Pankaj Prabhu ka last week hai, and Mataji ka last week hai. They are going to India back again, giving us a wonderful gift of 2 lovely boys and girls. So 31st ko ja rahe na? Yeah. So Mataji has been there, coming from day 1, 28th July, and blessing all of us. So So I would like to thank Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, and thank you, Pankaj Prabhu, for giving wonderful students and kids and inspiration to all of us. Please say a round of Haribol to Mataji and Pankaj Prabhu. Haribol! 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 Thank you. Alright, any questions, comments, reflection before we do a recap? No questions? Sab samajh mein aa gaya?
51 purport. This is what they're talking about. The prasadam that is offered to the forefathers. There's a ritual that they have to do, but then we're saying that one who is engaged in devotional life doesn't have to follow those customs and traditions. How does that relate to what Arjun is experiencing?
So the question is, as devotees, do we need to do shraddhas for forefathers and fathers and grandfathers? Or as a devotee, we don't need to do it? Is this question clear? जैसा होता है ना कि फादर मर गए, श्राद्ध, right? Shraddhas. Do we need to do it or not? The answer is yes, we do it at our level. But as a devotee, as a pure devotee, they don't need to do it. Right? So for us, we are not pure devotees. We need to follow the rules and regulations. It's a Vaidhi sadhana bhakti bolte, regulated devotional service. But at a platform, if you're a pure devotee never thinks he's a pure devotee. A pure devotee never thinks he's a pure devotee. Right? So as a sadhakas, we always do it. Why? Yat yat ashrati shreshta tat tat eva itro janaha. 3rd chapter 21st verse, Krishna says, whatever great people do, common people follow it. So we have to do what has been given in scriptures. It is not ritual, but it is spiritual. It is not ritual, it is spiritual. Doing shraddhas, it is spiritual. It is just like karne ke liye kar rahe aisa nahi. It has a lot of value and it is shastric. Okay? Alright, we'll request Matajis to go first for a quick recap. All the Matajis, 10 seconds, 5 seconds recap. Just think about one thing very quickly and we'll pass on the mic. Starting from Muskan, because she's always smiling. And then Sheetal Mataji next.
So from today's lesson, Bhagavad Gita lesson, I got to know that the generosity of Arjuna, despite knowing the sinful acts of his cousins, he was so generous, he was thinking about whether to fight further or not.
Sure. Thank you. So look at the generosity of Arjuna. Thank you. Sheetal Mataji.
You mentioned one point, Arjun has turned the battlefield into a classroom. So
yes.
that shows us that we can learn from any situation, anything. Even if it is going wrong, we need to learn from it.
Every situation can take us towards Krishna. Every situation of life. It depends how our consciousness is and what are we learning from it. Thank you, Sheetal Mataji. Sorry, I don't know your name.
Kinjal.
Kinjal. Thank you, Kinjal.
We learned that in this age of Kali, you can't pray to each and every Devi and Devta. Just by worshipping Krishna, the Supreme Lord of all the gods will be satisfied.
Sure. Thank you. Very good. So we saw just a tree example. When you water the root, the whole tree is nourished. When you worship Krishna, everybody is worshipped. You go to Narendra Modi, all the MLAs, MPs, everybody around. Yes.
One thing to learn from Arjun's is your intentions. Rather than having a sheep mentality, think about how we can immerse ourselves in helping others and being more compassionate.
Thank you. Serving, Vaishnav Seva and Jeev Daya. Yes, Nidhi Mataji.
So, there's a 4 things, Shastra, Astra and Mantra.
Yeah.
So, if we think about, at least we have a mantra, we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, then we can reach to the God, or we can.
Okay. Thank you. Mantra is good. Thank you.
Basically, the compassion that Arjuna has for people who have all through their life caused them harm, and how we should not degrade to the level. Basically, if the other person is doing bad, how can we maintain our stand in our life?
Yes, we should have our own values rather than degrading ourselves to someone's value or someone's stature. We should think, I can't come to your level. Sure. कोई बात नहीं. Okay, just pass it on to Priyanka Mataji.
Yeah, so I think maybe Mataji said about the four mantras like Astra, Shastra, Mantra and Vastra. So like there is so much to learn from that if we follow that kind of lifestyle and we follow that thing on a day-to-day basis, that we can like live a good life.
Yeah, thank you Priyanka Mataji. And what are the two? Acha, we'll ask next one. Okay, I don't want to reveal it. Yes, next Mataji.
To summarize, I would like to say like if chanting become a habit, then miracle will become a lifestyle.
Yeah, very good. When prayer becomes a habit, miracle becomes lifestyle. And our prayer in life is chanting the holy name. भगवान का नाम में सब कुछ है. उषा Mataji's daughter. नहीं, कोई बात नहीं.
We should not have a sheep mentality and to be selfless and see Krishna and everyone and treat them equally, because then your life will automatically start feeling better.
Jai. Very good. Your mom is very impressed. I can see her eyes. Not have sheep mentality.
And seeing Krishna in everyone.
And see Krishna and everyone. Pandita Samadarshana. Thank you.
I really enjoyed the 4 points that he talked about, Shastra, Astra, Vastra, Mantra. And if we can apply all those 4 points, I think we will live a blissful life. We spoke about Shastra. That's the Shastra is obviously the knowledge. Astra is the mind and intelligence.
Yes.
And Vastra is the simple living, simplicity, living where obviously you eat simple food, but even the simple food is so tasty compared to luxury food. I don't know what luxury food is, but it's tasteless. But if you just have, dal, roti, chawal, you're satisfied. And the way you cook it, it's blissful. And mantra, of course, I think we're very lucky and fortunate and super grateful to Chaitanya to tell us this secret of Maha Mantra. If we chant, we can live a heavenly life.
Sure. Thank you, Usha Mataji. I don't know your name. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
Arushi.
Arushi. Very nice name. Thank you.
As you said, like we're too busy focusing on all the things we want in life, but if we just focus on Krishna, then we will get all the peace we want in life.
Sure. So we should have the right balance.
Yeah.
We should focus on material life and spiritual life. So if we can have the right balance and right focus, we'll be fine. Thank you, Arushi. Dolly Mataji. I caught you.
If you're desiring, desire strong.
If you're desiring something, desire strong. Thank you. Yes.
अर्जुना लड़ाई में भी अपने रिश्तेदारों के लिए वरीड था कि उनके आगे क्या होंगे, जो आगे लड़ाई कर रहे हैं उनके आगे बच्चे, उनके वाइफ, उनका क्या होएगा, उन्हीं के लिए चिंतित था ज़्यादा.
Look at the consciousness of Arjun. In the battlefield, he's thinking about others. Padami Mataji. Sorry, I forgot.
So we have a mind between Krishna and us. There's a mind, and if we have trained our mind, so nobody can stop us.
Very good, Samay. The only thing between us and Krishna is our
mind.
अपने और भगवान के बीच में ये मन ही है, और ये जन्म से नहीं, जन्मों जन्मों से ये मन हमें धोखा दे रहा है. The enemy is within, the friend is within. Thank you. Yes.
You can turn material things into spiritual things by offering to God.
Very good. You can convert everything from material to spiritual by offering to God, Krishna. Thank you. Rajni Madani, mummy ka point le liya.
Simple living and high thinking.
Simple living and high thinking. At the moment we are hardly thinking and hardly living.
If our needs are simple, then we can focus on higher goals.
Yes. If our life is simple, if the desires are simple, we can focus on higher goals. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mataji, bolo kuch.
Mantra has the potency to deliver the mind.
Yes.
It is the swiftest, surest,
Okay. चलो मीरा मताजी को दे दो, प्रसाद नहीं मिलेगा. don't muck around with the host. No? just give them the first priority. Okay, so Meera Mataji said mantra has the capacity to deliver the mind. Thank you. Neelam Mataji, wait, Bibina Mataji.
Okay, the takeaway point for me today was from Namamrita, where you said that the biggest sacrifice to any Devi or Devtas is to satisfy their Sankirta, and how Nama Japa and chanting is important in our lives.
Yes. Thank you. Nam Japa is everything. And by satisfying Krishna, we are not ignoring any Devis and Devtas. By worshipping Krishna, we are worshipping all the Devis and Devtas. We should have this conception very clear in our mind. We are not ignoring it. It is inclusive. It is inclusive worship. Yes, Pankaj, what will you say?
शब्दाप्रमाणे उसके लिए यानी आप जो बोल रहे हैं देवी देवता सैटिस्फाई कृष्ण को आकाशाय पतितो तदेवता गच्छति सागरम सर्वदेव नमस्कार केशवम प्रति गच्छति यानी अब केशव को ही सब कुछ अर्पण होता है तो इसलिए उसी को करना चाहिए जिस प्रकार आकाश से हर बूंद गिरते हो सागर में जाती है उसी प्रकार सारे सब केशव को ही अर्पण होता है.
Thank you. Thank you. Did I miss anybody? Yes, Meenakshi Mataji. And Mataji, last में आपका recap बाकी है. I haven't forgotten. Mic में आया नहीं लेकिन मेरी नजर वहाँ पे है. Yes, Meenakshi Mataji.
I have a question like all throughout your life you have been worshipping a particular deity, and somehow that deity gives you more peace. Like how do we do understand Vishnu, but then someone may be worshipping Shiva. How do we change, because the satisfaction that you may achieve by chanting Shiva's name
Yes.
more than
Don't change. Add. Don't change. As I've said this before also. I was chanting Om Namah Shivaya for 11 years on the beats. On the beats. But when you have the right perspective, right knowledge, you pray to Lord Shiva or whoever, Ganesh or whoever you love, intensely, and they will tell you the right thing. They will show you the right way. Because at the end of the day, everybody are worshipping Lord Krishna. So if you're worshipping whoever it is, I don't want to name a particular deity, continue doing that. Don't stop it. But add the Hare Krishna mantra to it. Add the Hare Krishna mantra. And pray intensely to your deity and say, please help me to understand what is right, what is wrong. ये तो कर सकते हैं ना? We can pray, no? And we should always understand Krishna is more interested in us as compared to we are interested in Krishna. As parents, we are more interested in the benefit of our kids as compared to the kids benefiting their own self. So Krishna will show you the right way. Your deity, whoever you're worshipping, they will definitely show you the right way. Because they themselves are worshipping me to Krishna. Have complete faith in this. Have complete faith. Take a minute. Okay. Alright, we'll have a small prayer, Prashadam prayers, and then we can have Prashadam. Anything else anybody would like to add?
So प्रसादम प्रेयर के बारे में आपको बताऊंगी वो उसका मीनिंग थोड़ा सा बताने के लिए.
Meaning, can we do it next week? मैं next week 5 मिनट पहले कर दूंगा.
नहीं हम मिलेंगे नहीं ना आगे.
मैं आपको बुझा दूंगा.
YouTube.
नहीं. So of course it has everything has a meaning behind it. But yeah. Alright. देख हरिको तेरे को ने सिखा रहे हैं शुक्राना prayers. Okay. We'll send the prayers so that all the parents can teach the kids, so the kids can come over here and do the prayers. Okay?
Wait, what?
No. So as of now they may not know it, but give a week or two and then ideally kids should do it. And right? Please repeat after me. Mahaprasade Govinde. Mahaprasade Govinde. Namo Brahmane Vaishnave. Namo Brahmane Vaishnave. Swalpa Punyam Vatam Rajan. Swalpa Punyam Vatam Rajan. Vishwasone Vajayate. Vishwasone Vajayate. Shariraय Vidyajal. Shariraय Vidyajal. Jodendriye Tahe Kal. Jodendriye Tahe Kal. Jive Phale Vishesagare. Jive Phale तारा मंदी जीवादि लोभो मोह सुधर्मति कटे जिता कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बारो दोए मोए कोरी बारे जीवा जाए स्व प्रसाद अन दिल भाव से अमृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे दाखो चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। भगवत महाप्रसादम की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे। थैंक यू सो मच। हरे कृष्णा।